Hey everyone, welcome back to the Transfer Talks podcast. I'm Sasha Lynette, a transfer peer mentor here at NAU, and today we've got an awesome guest with us who's going to share a little bit about his transfer experience. So I'll hand it over to you to introduce yourself.
Cool. My name's Corin. I'm a data science major from SoCal in Orange County, and I initially started at Cypress College. It's a community college over there. Then I transferred to UNLV, and now I'm here.
Beautiful. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. So we'll start with some light questions. We'll do some this or that, and then we'll go into some deeper questions. Okay, first one. What was your first impression of NAU when you arrived?
It was a lot of trees, a lot more trees than what I'm typically around.
Yeah.
A lot colder too.
Yeah.
Which I do like.
Nice.
I've lived in a lot of hot areas.
Mm-hmm.
I think those were the two main things that stood out to me the most, and not as much city either.
Yeah, for sure. We're pretty like small town up here. I mean, sorry that you're not getting the winter that we usually get. It's like
that was
60 degrees right now.
Know. Like all through Christmas, there's no snow.
Yeah, usually it's crazy. So I don't really know what's happening. Global warming, I guess. Okay, next question. What made you choose NAU, or why did you transfer here?
Well, I think it was one of the colleges I was initially looking at. I never visited. I never really checked it out. It wasn't actually until my parents were planning on moving here that I wanted to check out NAU, because I wasn't too happy with my time at UNLV, so I was already looking to transfer.
Nice. Awesome. Well, we're glad you did.
Awesome.
Okay, next question. What made you choose your major? What do you want to do with your degree?
Well, actually, another reason I transferred away from UNLV, they didn't offer statistics. I initially started in hospitality. It's kind of like, you know, all the little college quizzes and whatnot they'd have you take in high school.
Yeah.
Often would tell me like, oh yeah, you'd probably work in hospitality and whatnot. And so, you know, I kind of just assumed like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, I've worked at a theme park for a few years at that point.
Which theme park?
Knott's Berry Farm.
Nice.
It's in
cool.
Buena Park.
Very cool.
Yeah, a lot of the classes for hospitality, just going over like how to deal with, you know, guests and customers, and just thinking to myself like, I've dealt with that for 4 years. I don't think I liked it. I don't think I want to stay in this. So, you know, I kind of looked at other stuff I enjoyed. I wanted to do something in statistics, something in data science. They didn't offer any of those degrees. The closest I could have done was like math or computer science. I did a few courses in math and computer science at UNLV. Didn't super love it. And then ultimately transferred here. They do offer data science here. That's what I'm doing now. And so far, I've been enjoying it.
Yay! Yeah. Love to hear that. What's been your favorite part of your major so far? Like anything, like an assignment, a teacher, like.
Actually, I've enjoyed using one of the programs called R.
It's just called R?
Yeah, it's just called R.
Sick.
Used for mostly like graphing, plotting data points, making it a lot more readable than it just being like X's and Y's. At least that's what we've learned so far.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's a pretty enjoyable class. There's no homework too, which is pretty nice. Yeah.
Sick. Okay. I was just curious. Next question. Share a unique or interesting fact you've learned about Flagstaff or NAU since transferring.
The tallest building in Flagstaff is one of the dorms on like South Campus.
Do you know the name of the dorm? Secret.
Nice. Yeah,
that's a good fun fact. Yeah.
It's not that tall. It was like what, 8 stories?
Yeah, I think so. It's really.
You really hyped it up for me.
Sorry, but it is like cool that that's on NAU's campus. It's the tallest building in Flagstaff. Not that Flagstaff is like super huge.
It was a really big bar to hit, but
yeah, I don't know. It's something with zoning. Like Flagstaff just doesn't have very tall buildings. Whatever. That is a fun fact. You know.
Yeah.
People might not know that. One of my favorite facts is that the Ponderosa pines smell really good in the summer. They smell like cherries or vanilla or butterscotch. That's just a fun fact. So like the air on campus smells really good in the summer. Anyways, okay.
Okay.
This or that NAU edition. So I'm just gonna kind of like rapid fire these, and you just tell me like the first thing that like comes, like the answer that you want.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. The dub or the hotspot?
Well, I've only eaten at the hotspot, so I can't exactly. It's not really a.
Okay. You gotta try the dub. It's pretty good.
You keep telling me that, and then I don't go.
Well,
Yeah,
you should listen because it's pretty good. I don't know. They have more choices than the hotspot. They don't do breakfast, but they have really good lunch in there.
I'm mostly here for like, breakfast, and by the
Would
time
make
I'm done
sense.
is when lunchtime is.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, North or South Campus?
In terms of like where all my classes are, what I like more.
What you like more, just in general.
What would be like? What would be the line that separates North and South?
You're thinking too hard about these. I guess like Union is kind of like central North Campus. Like where we are right now is like central North leading. So maybe,
really,
like,
that's where you'd say.
Yeah. We're definitely North Campus. We're not South Campus.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So I would say like maybe the soccer field is like heading South Campus.
Isn't that like super south though?
I'm talking about the like other fields.
Oh, the two fields that are like stacked on each other.
Yeah.
Oh,
I would say anything beyond that. That's for sure South Campus.
Probably North Campus. I don't know. Just South Campus is like mostly dorms and like I have a class or two down there. I don't know.
There's a quad.
There's a quad. Yeah, there's a quad. I've seen like 4 guys play spike ball on it, and that's I think all I've ever.
Nice. They used to do I don't know if it's still happening, but they used to do like cricket. Used to be like a big.
Wow, really?
Yeah, like a big cricket club, or I don't know like what they were doing, but there was always like some cricket game going on.
Huh.
It was pretty cool. Anyways, you chose North, so.
North, yeah. I just feel like there's more stuff that happens up here.
Yeah, for sure. I think North Campus is definitely like busier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Morning, afternoon, or evening classes?
I would want to say afternoon because I love sleeping and I love not having to wake up early.
Yeah.
But I park in South Commuter and you can't find parking during the afternoon.
So you're thinking about this like from a logistical standpoint.
Yeah.
If parking was not a thing, like if you had a choice.
I would probably lean more towards afternoon classes.
Okay.
It is nice, like, be done, and then you have the rest of the day to yourself. Just kind of like late morning, early afternoon.
Okay. So in between them.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Fall semester or spring semester? I know you haven't been here, but I
don't think I've ever had a preference on a semester because it's just kind of like, oh, it's the same thing, but now there's orange leaves.
Oh, okay. You don't find like it harder to like find motivation second semester?
I did take like a break between colleges, so it's been some time since I last went to college during the fall.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's also like the kind of like seasonal depression that hits campus around.
No, I love winter time. I love the rain and the clouds.
Awesome.
It was like 65 2 days ago or something, and sunny. I was so
in winter.
in winter. It was such a culture shock to me because like there's people out on the quads just sunbathing.
Yeah, the second it gets like above like 55, people are out sunbathing.
Yeah, there were so many people on the field. Actually, the quad was really packed.
Yeah.
In the South Campus, and that was so weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'll see people sunbathing on the beach. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's very typical here. You'll see that.
Yeah, this is just like the middle of the woods.
I've definitely seen people sunbathing too on top of like parking garages.
Oh wow!
Like, I'll go up there to park, and I'm like, oh, there's just people like laying on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, no, and I was like, oh, I don't love this at all. I've had sun and hot weather my whole life.
Yeah, this is out of the norm though. Like this is. Like, I keep getting flashbacks on my camera roll and stuff, like, from a year ago, 2 years ago. We were buried in snow around this time, so this year's kind of an anomaly. And I wonder if we're going to even get any more snow if it's done. Like, I don't know, because it's supposed to start to, like, cool down in, like, a week.
It's going to cool down again?
A little bit. Like, it's not going to be in the 60s.
It's been pretty cold today, actually. It's been windy.
Yeah, well, it's always windy here. That's something that I didn't know before.
Oh, really?
Here, that it's, like, the windiest city.
Oh.
It literally is, and I did not know that because I toured in the summer, and it was like a beautiful summer.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, awesome.
Oh great, this is
yeah.
oh yeah.
And then every day I just get hit with the wind, but I guess I've learned to not love it, but learn to live with it. So that's another thing that people don't know. It's very windy up here. Kind of makes sense though. We're up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't. This is still this or that.
No, that's fine.
Sun or snow?
Sun or snow? Yeah. Well, snow, obviously. It's
Okay.
I never had snow. It does kind of like I hate like after it's done snowing and the sun comes out and you got like this weird kind of amalgamation. The snow is melting, and so like it's all slushy and muddy water everywhere.
Slippery, for sure.
But when it is snowing,
yeah, campus is beautiful in the snow for sure, and I like that it gets really quiet. Snow absorbs sound, so I really like that. Okay, last question of this or that NAU edition: buses or walking?
That's a tough one. So I didn't really know how to use the buses when I initially started here. So I'd walk from like South Commuter all the way to Adele Mathematics, like each day, and that's a 25-minute walk one way.
Yeah, and like walking from South Campus up to North is like pretty uphill. Not super bad, but like
yeah,
there's a hill.
there's some hill there.
Yeah.
The buses are nice, but they can get like really crowded right when classes end.
Sure.
I also don't mind walking.
Yeah, campus is pretty walkable. I like it.
I do like being able to walk through the campus. I like the buses as a complement to being able to walk around the campus. I wouldn't really like pick one way or the other because they've both got their
so a cop out.
Yeah,
both. Both.
Pretty much.
Okay, nice. Well, that was it for this or that NAU edition. Now we're gonna move on to some deeper questions.
Okay.
First one. How do you balance the academic and social aspects of being a transfer student? Do you have any tips for making connections or finding your community?
Yeah, the transfer lounge actually.
Shout out.
The transfer lounge. I know like nobody else other than like assigned group partners.
Yeah.
We've had like 4 or 5 events at this point.
Shout out event every week. Yep, we've had a lot of events.
Yeah, and like the same people come, so
yeah,
it's a good way to get to know people, and
absolutely,
everyone's happy you're there.
Nice. Well, we thank you for coming. I don't know, we put effort into our events. We want people to come.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Next question. How do you think the environment in Flagstaff shapes student life differently than your previous school?
It's UNLV just kind of felt like there. It's like, oh, well, let's put a college in Vegas. So they kind of just shoved it like somewhere into the city. And the surrounding areas aren't like the super nicest places. Yeah. It doesn't really feel a part of the community. When you hear people talk about Vegas, you don't really think about like, oh, of course, UNLV. That's what Vegas is.
Yeah.
And it's also a commuter school.
Okay.
It didn't really feel like it fostered student need very much. Just kind of felt like it was there to be a college.
Yeah.
NAU definitely feels a lot more like part of the community. It is bigger than UNLV. UNLV was actually kind of compact. And I'm trying to like think of a good way to put it. No, I'm just lost for words.
No, you're good. I definitely get what you're saying. We're definitely big on community here. Like there's a lot of departments that are for the students,
Yeah.
And for making connections and stuff.
Oh yeah, actually that's a good example. They didn't have any kind of like transfer lounge or something of the like. So it's just kind of like on my own.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I was there.
I feel the same, like, because I'm also a transfer student. So like my last college was definitely just for the academics kind of, and like not for I don't know, the social aspects of college.
I didn't really like get to enjoy, the social aspects of college. It was just kind of like, okay, go to your classes, bye now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's super important, but also the social aspect of college is really important. And so like clubs and departments that get people involved in like volunteer work and other stuff on campus is like really helpful. And NAU is really big on that. Like True Blue Connects, we have like over 300 clubs, so there's something for everyone. Transfer department, I don't know, we have like the first year department, first gen students, a lot of different departments that kind of are for specific groups of people and kind of try to help them kind of settle in here and be more comfortable at NAU and set up for the rest of their time here. So I think that's something that I really appreciated, especially when I first transferred, is because I didn't know anyone. Like, I'm from out of state too, so didn't know anyone. And then the first person to like text me was my transfer mentor, just saying like, hey, would love to meet. I came in to meet, and then I applied here to get to have a job, and I love my job now, and I've met a lot of cool people through it. So
cool.
Okay, next question. Last question
already.
Yeah. How has your perspective on learning or education changed since transferring? Have you discovered any new interests or passions?
This kind of loops back to me using R. I definitely like enjoyed it. It was definitely a program I hadn't heard about before. So I'm hopefully going to learn more about that. It is, I've looked a little bit into it. It is kind of used in a lot of workplaces. So
can you explain kind of like what it is, or like what you can do with it?
Oh yeah, so you use a column separated value, like a .csv file. You can get that from Excel.
Okay.
It's just like rows of values. I don't know.
Okay.
You import that in. Yeah.
Use small words.
Okay. Excel file.
Yes.
Port into R.
Okay.
Turn into graph.
Okay.
There's like graphical or graph functions you'll find in Excel, but it's a little harder to edit your data. Kind of pick what you want and how you want your graphs to look.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to edit and like kind of specifically take out outliers if you want to, and include specific portions, make multiple graphs that display different things. I found in R.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was the cactus thing in that?
No, that was Python.
Oh, okay.
That's a programming language.
Okay.
I do enjoy computer science though, which is what Python's from. Nice. It's a lot of logic mainly. Yeah.
Awesome. What's been like your favorite thing that you've done so far in your classes? Like, I don't know, program wise. I don't know.
I did make that pretty cool, like little cactus program you just mentioned. Yeah, where it prints like different sizes of cacti. Yeah.
Nice. Very Arizona too.
Yeah. This is like a complete like segue. Side note. You might have noticed. I don't know if I've ever told you about my lisp. No, I do have a bit of a lisp.
I feel like I haven't noticed it actually.
Oh wow. Very nice.
It's not super noticeable.
That's good. I think I do. No.
Maybe you just don't say a lot of S words. I don't know.
I guess not. I did when I was in like elementary school. I did have to take speech.
Yeah, like speech therapy.
Yeah, speech therapy classes for my S's. Nice. The reason why is like when you do an S, you're supposed to push your tongue up against the back of your teeth. I like push my tongue between my teeth like that when I do my S's. Of course, I never made that connection. I actually didn't know I had a lisp until I was like 18. My friend, we were talking, and he was like, "Oh yeah, when I make fun of your voice, I just like way overemphasize your lisp." I'm like,
"Aww.
I have a lisp?"
Oh no! I haven't heard it. I don't know.
Oh, good.
You can say my name. It has a lot of S's in it.
Sasha. Well,
I guess it's
one
not
you sound. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it. What brought that on? You just wanted to mention that?
That was something I did want to mention earlier on, because it was like, oh, I should probably mention that early on, like at the beginning of it. And then I just never found a time to mention it.
Shout out. Do you want this in the pod?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Well, that was it.
That was it.
That was it. Thanks so much, Corin, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I did.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing your experience with us, with me. Is there anything else you wanted to add, or any shout outs?
Oh yeah, shout out to the transfer lounge and my mentor Sasha.
Thank you. Yeah. Meet with your mentor. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. We're like built-in friends, and we can help you a lot with resources and kind of knowing your way around campus. So I don't know, transferring to a new campus is scary. You don't know anything, and you're like, what is happening? All these people are already in their routine. Like...
Actually, that's a good point. When I initially transferred here, I never did like the transfer tour or anything.
Yeah.
So my first day was just trying to find my class, and I know nothing about the campus.
Your mentor could
and so you calling me and being like, hey, we're gonna do a meeting, okay?
Yeah,
I was just
I
kind of
was
like,
really,
okay, sure.
well, I have to be a bulldozer to get
Mhm.
my students to like want it. If they think it's optional, they won't come. So
Well, I think I saw your email. I'm like, oh, I should probably set up a meeting because I
yeah,
don't know anything. And then I never did. And then you called me. I think I was at like Sam's Club that day.
beautiful. Yeah, I have to do 3. I have to do an email, text, call. And then I say in my text, hey, if you respond, won't have to call you. Because I don't like calling. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Mhm.
I don't mind it now. But like making a phone call sometimes is a little like anxiety
Yeah,
inducing.
I get
I
that.
mean, no one wants to pick up a phone call like if they
Mhm.
don't know who it's from. So yeah, I try to mitigate that by just sending a text, be like, make a meeting.
Time. I think I find myself calling people more. I mean, I don't know if that's just like, oh, I want to hear a response. I want to make sure like
Yeah.
my message goes through because I kind of feel like I'll send a text. I am
Yeah.
terrible at checking my texts.
Yeah.
Mhm. Um,
Yeah, I did have a meeting with a professor, and she told me that phone calls are a lost art form. So I've been thinking about that a lot too, about like
mhm.
how people do not call each other a lot. It's like FaceTime or text, and it's
Mhm.
like I don't know, a phone call is nice.
I don't even have an iPhone, so like
Yeah,
FaceTime's kind of weird to me too.
yeah. Okay, well, we kind of went off, but thanks
That's
again
fine.
for joining me. And yeah, if you don't have any other shout outs, I'll let you go. Awesome.
I don't think so. No.
Sick. Well, thanks for watching.